Hi, I'm Paul Santisi, and you're watching Higher Vibrations, and this is episode number 4. This is a weekly show where each week we will go over and clarify certain techniques and topics about life, energy, the law of attraction, success, personal development, self-empowerment, plus so much more. So much more eye-opening information. This week, let's talk about what happens. Let's talk about what happens every time you think a thought, because it's really, really important, folks. And I have heard and read that it's something crazy that each day the average person has something like 50,000 or more thoughts. 50,000 or more thoughts each day. Now, just imagine how fast you would be able to create the life that you want if you were in 100% control over your thoughts. The good news is that this can be done. Now, this video will be a much needed gut check for many of you, okay? Many of you are about to have a major breakthrough aha moment while watching. Every time you think a thought. Now, pay attention to this, folks. Pay attention. Every time you have a thought, you are broadcasting a frequency and a transmission to the universe or the law of attraction, whatever you want to call it. Folks, this is true, okay? It's categorically true. Each thought you have is a transmission and a broadcast to the universe. Now, like we've talked about before, and we must remember that the universe will always give you more situations, circumstances, people, and events that will match how you are feeling and what you are thinking about most of the time. So, now, I want you to ask yourself, right now, watching this video, let's take a moment and ponder this and think about and ask yourself, what am I thinking about most of the time? Am I thinking about what I don't like and what I don't want and who I don't like and who I don't want to be around? Or am I thinking about what I do want and who I want to become? What am I thinking about? Aha moment right here, folks. Breakthrough, major breakthrough moment for many of you right there. Every time you think a thought, more like-minded thoughts are attracted to you automatically. Now, have you ever heard the expression that misery loves company? Of course you have, because it's true. The more you think about what you don't like, and what you don't want to happen, the more thoughts you allow to creep into your mind. And what happens is that will cause more of what you don't like and what you don't want to happen into your life. Folks, this is why I'm always talking about you must work on feeling better, feeling better, feeling better, feeling better. Always work on feeling better, feeling better, feeling better. Because your thoughts will attract more like-minded thoughts to you. Like I've said over and over and over again, I've said this as well. I always say this, that the universe or the law of attraction, it doesn't care what you're thinking about, folks. It doesn't care. It will simply give you more of what you are thinking about most of the time. Your thoughts create feelings, and the universe only responds to these feelings. Now, some of you are in shock at the moment because something magical just happened. Something magical just clicked within you. And you have just become aware of how your thoughts have shaped your entire life up to this point. And remember this, you right now are the sum total of all the choices and decisions that you have made in your life up to this point. Now, let's go a step further and let me share with you a nugget of wisdom, okay? Now, this is the specifics. This is how you know that if how you are thinking is in the right spot. This is how you know if you're in alignment with who you really are. In alignment with who you really are, not who you think you should be, or who your parents want you to be, or your spouse or friends expect you to be, okay? It's all about how you feel about yourself, period, okay? When you pay attention to your thoughts, this is what determines the speed and duration that your vibration expands, either allowing what you do want to come rushing towards you, or you're going to actually be pushing away what you want energetically. If you feel good, you're thinking properly, okay? Now that sounds pretty simple, right? Okay. Then if you feel bad when you think about certain things, you're pushing away what you want to come in. You're putting up this energetic door that becomes tougher and tougher to open. So the key is to become aware of your thoughts and notice how you feel as often as possible. And do your best to become aware of yourself. And like I said, it's real simple once you learn this. However, it does take consistent and persistent effort at first, just like anything else. And it takes consistent effort to fully become 100% control over your thoughts. And listen, I know that some of you watching, some of you are going to try this for a day or two, or maybe even a few days. And then you're going to give up. And you're going to go back to thinking how you've always been thinking. And you'll say, you know, Paul, you know what? I tried your technique for a few days, and I didn't become rich. I didn't become a success. That new Mercedes that you told me to think about, well, it didn't show up in my driveway. Blah, 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 blah. Listen, folks. Whether you apply this or not in your life, I am not going to lose a night's sleep over it, okay? This is something that is 100% up to you to want to apply in your life. And I will share with you a secret, okay? If you want to experience mind-blowing results with this, this is something that you need to apply. And you need to apply this for at least 21 days with a conscious effort. 21 days is the magical number, okay? So a day or two or three, it's a good start. But 21 days is how long it takes for a new habit to be established energetically, we can say. And folks, I know what I'm sharing with you today works. I've applied this in my life, and I continue to apply this every waking moment of my life. And those who also know and apply this information, they all know it works as well. This can be done by anyone at any point in life. So no matter where you are, how old you are, or what you have been through in your life up to this point, remember this. You know what? Write this down. Write it down right now and put it above your computer or tape it to your bathroom mirror. Put it on your refrigerator and write this down with a pen with blue ink on a piece of white paper. Write this down. Seriously. Where you are right now and where you have been means nothing. It's the decisions that you will make moving forward from this point on that will determine who you will become. So, the key to making this work amazingly fast is just become aware of your thoughts. Become aware and notice how you feel first. If you feel good, you're on track. Keep it going. And if you feel bad or confused or uncertain, just catch yourself. Catch yourself and do your best to replace those thoughts with ones that feel a little better. Your thoughts, folks, your thoughts are the creative clay that molds your reality. Never, ever forget that. All right, let's keep this video short. Let's end it here. Make sure to like this video and to subscribe to this channel. That way you'll be notified first when all new audios and videos are released, and there is a lot more on the way. All right, folks, I'm Paul Santisi. Thank you for watching, and we will be back next week with another revealing show. Next week's show is going to blow your mind. So in the meantime, comment away and engage in the conversation on what you learned in this video and how this video makes you feel. And I want you to know, I do read each comment personally. However, I may not be able to reply to everyone's comment just because there's thousands that are coming in each week collectively. However, I do my best, and I look forward to reading yours and what you have to say. Have a super day, everyone. Love who you become while applying the information that we just talked about. Have a great day. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.